Hello there! I feel it's time for another of my Teen Wolf ranking videos. You know, the videos everybody loves so much and the ones that never cause an ounce of controversy.
Bro, this list is dumb.
This is the most insane and bad ranking.
Shitty list, not gonna
A
lie.
besta e o Pedro são
This
muito
list is
fortes.
fucking
A
stupid.
besta
You
deve
can't
estar
put Scott
primeiro
This
e o
whole
McCall at
Pedro no
video
lugar
is
last.
de
crap
Theo.
content.
Why, yes, I am a glutton for punishment. This time, I'm looking at the worst villain deaths on the show. The worst ones, or the ones that just disappointed me the most, I guess. If you enjoy my ramblings about the canon and nostalgia of Teen Wolf, subscribe and hit the bell. Join me on these weekly journeys back to Beacon Hills. I guess if we're going to talk about the bad villain deaths, y'all should know what I consider to be a good villain death. There, that right there is a near perfect villain death. A guy who killed a bunch of people because he was saved from drowning is then drowned himself by a Shakespeare-quoting septuagenarian. This is a death with near perfect symmetry. Other examples of deaths I enjoy include the staff over at Eichen House, from Brunsky smugly daring himself into a fatal shot,
Young deputy, you're just a kid. I bet you've never even fired a...
Nurse Cross blithely following Dr. Valak to her demise, and sadistic orderly Schrader getting exactly the pain he was visiting on others. Then there was the near-perfect end to Dr. Valak, who some could argue wasn't a true villain, but still, his death was just desserts.
Sorry, but time's up.
So those are examples of how villains should die, in my estimation. There should be a symmetry to it, like when the Dread Doctors are killed by their own creation after they killed so many so callously in order to reach that point. So there are really good villain deaths in Teen Wolf, and then there are the worst villain deaths. Okay, so this one made the list not so much because it's a terrible way to off a big bad, it's just really stupid. I mean, the Beast died from a sharpened stick not once, but twice. The first time around, he had all of the French countryside to get away from his sister and those who were actively trying to kill him. It's a big country. There are no cars and poor communication over large areas. Just keep running away and hiding from the people trying to kill you, and you can keep on killing innocent townsfolk to your heart's content. But no, he actually chases her down. The second time around, he literally had a car, and instead of getting as far away from the people who knew what he was, he drove to the sheriff's station.
Did you say Argent?
Get out of town. You have Mason's memories, you can work an ATM and a credit card. Run away from the people who want to kill you. But nope, killed by a sharpened stick yet again. It's not the worst death, it's just stupid.
How's our patient?
In the same vein, we have the dumb death of Ennis from the Alpha Pack.
The prognosis?
Surprisingly optimistic.
Deucalion killed Ennis just to piss off Callie, so she would go after Derek, leaving Deucalion free to try to recruit Scott. That's it. The Alpha Pack muscle died to create busy work for characters that Deucalion wanted out of the way.
I think you might have overestimated his odds.
Another massive waste on the altar to this guy's monstrous ego and deranged fantasies. Now, alongside the dumb deaths come the ones that were just too easy for the bastards involved. Coach Leahy comes to mind here. Yeah, I'm glad he was scared so thoroughly, but it was over way too quick for the son of a bitch who abused this adorable angel. What was I talking about? I got distracted by that adorable angel. Oh yeah, worse deaths. Another situation that came up a lot was when Teen Wolf wasted villains with potential in unsatisfying ways. The deaths of both Garrett and Violet were annoying for both their brevity and the lack of any meaningful connection to their crimes. The orphans had potential. They were genuine villains by choice, hiding in plain sight within the Beacon Hills High School student body. They understood the supernatural world, and they were pretty successful at killing.
Get in! Come on, she's coming, get in! Seriously? Can't believe you fell for that.
They were too impulsive, which led to their downfall, but instead of getting got by someone they were trying to kill, Violet is killed off screen, and Garrett is attacked by what amounts to a mindless henchman.
You're not so big!
These are totally unworthy ends for such worthy adversaries. Another huge waste of a great character came in Season 3 and is widely recognized as a huge mistake on the part of the writers and everyone involved in the series. Even Teen Wolf creator Jeff Davis agrees that Jennifer's death was a mistake and wasted so much potential for future stories.
But looking back at it now, I think to myself, never again would I have done that.
All you saw was him.
He destroyed our family.
Your family is right in front of you.
And perhaps the worst death on Teen Wolf is an uncertain death. One where we're not really sure if the character is even dead. Like, Gerard may not actually be dead. There's a lot in that room for him to work with, and he's survived a lot of stuff before. I appreciate that they wanted to leave this open, and if Kate really did kill him, that would be near perfect symmetrical justice, since it was he who turned her into a human monster before Peter turned her into a literal monster. But if he is really dead, we as an audience who were tortured by this man for 6 seasons deserve to see it happen. Gerard was evil. He deserved to die for so many reasons. But he deserved to die on screen in bright white light so that we could see every cut and micro expression of pain on his ugly old face. There you have it. I'm sure no one has anything to say about this, but if you want to comment, that's what the area down below is for. I'll see you next time we go back to Beacon Hills.